Come here, boy. We can be friends. It's fine. You can trust me. Look at the one behind him. Holy cow. Didn't even see that guy. That one's really not impressive compared to this buddy behind him. See ya. Hi, welcome to, we're actually at Demolition Ranch today. And check this out. We got the side-by-side totally fixed. I put a new tie rod end on here, so now this wheel isn't flopping around. We got the Massimo Warrior back up and running. But I sense that there may be some intruders on the ranch today. I was right, a whole bunch of intruders. They're putting up the metal up here. They got one sheet left right over there. Morning, Eric.
How you doing, man?
Doing well. What is happening here? There's a bunch of people here today.
There's a lot happening today. So we are installing the overhead door.
Yeah, buddy.
We're doing the metal soffits out here on the front porch. So when
they're almost done with those.
I know. When these guys are done, none of the framework is going to be exposed.
Nice.
It's all going to look like the outside's going to look super nice. Also, the rain collection guys are here. They're hooking up the water for us.
So
finally.
we're gonna have a water pump.
Yes.
Because we've been collecting water and our tank is full, 1,000 gallons, but it's not pumping yet.
On my last video, we had to siphon water out for the drywall, but after today, we'll be able to open the.
Just turn it on.
Turn it on, and we'll have pressure. It'll be great.
Gonna be sweet. Gonna be sweet. Let's go check out this door. I'm here now with Noel. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Doing well. What are you doing today?
We're installing an overhead door. We're a tech store out of San Antonio, Texas. We are installing this overhead door for the Demolition Ranch HQ. It is a black finish on the outside. We install that. White finish on the inside with galvanized track. Pilot track, it's going to have an electric operator on it as well.
Nice.
It's an insulated door as well as the whole building is insulated, so it'll match that as well. But other than that, my guys are getting after it, and it'll be done before too long.
Yeah, this thing goes up pretty quick, right?
It definitely does. There's a lot of tedious things that you have to be 100% a professional about to make sure it's right and never have to worry about it. It's very low maintenance when you do it that way. You should be able to use this door for many years.
Sweet. So it's going to be automatic, so I'll have a clicker just like a regular door, that kind of thing?
You'll have a regular remote. You have a keypad on the outside to open it.
Sweet.
The motor is Wi-Fi capability as well, so if you ever wanted to open it from your phone remotely from somewhere else and somebody's out here or whatever, you can do that with your power with the solar. That's all you need, man. Just a regular 115 plug-in.
Nice.
Other than that, man, it's pretty sleek, pretty nice. I think you're really gonna like it.
I think so too. Thank you, Noel. It's looking great. We'll be back to check it out when you guys are all done. We're behind the HQ now. I'm here with Ron from Harvested Rain Solutions. What's up, man? How are you?
Pretty good. Now we finally have some water to work with.
Yeah, the tank is totally full. What are you doing today?
Well, today we're going to install the pump.
This is it right here?
This is it.
Nice.
It's a submersible pump.
Sweet.
Goes down inside. The pump we're installing for you today has a floating intake.
Oh, cool.
So this little guy goes in there and it's going to suck the water from not on the surface, but at the bottom.
But right in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle. Yeah, that's where the water's the cleanest.
Cool. So once it gets all the way down to the bottom, I guess it does suck off the bottom.
There is a float here that shuts it off.
Ah, it'll turn it off.
So it'll turn off the pump before you start pulling.
Will we have any external reading on how much water's in the tank?
Yes, there's
Okay.
a level gauge.
Sweet.
It goes up and down on the outside of the tank.
Should have known you'd had it all figured out. Oh,
Sure.
sweet, cool.
Counterweight operated, so whatever this indicator, wherever that sits on the outside, that's where the water is on the inside.
Oh, awesome.
So it's
That's really
pretty
cool.
intuitive.
Yeah, awesome. So you're gonna throw this pump in there.
Yep.
We hook up to power, which is right there. And it's pretty simple, I imagine, right?
Yep.
Very cool.
When we turn the water on, the pump will come on. When it detects that there's no more flow, no more demand, it shuts off.
Awesome. Thanks, Ron. I am excited to see this thing work.
Yep, me too.
Good luck. Up at the bunker now, still shipping out backpacks. Mayor's over here working hard, figuring out link stuff. And we got to sign a bunch of stuff, which is why I'm here. So I'm actually going to sign all of these backpacks. So a lot of you guys, or not everyone, but a lot of you guys are going to get signed backpacks. I'll be here for a little while. Let's go ahead and start this montage right now. They're done. My signature does look like that. It doesn't actually look like my name. Sorry, that's how it is. Later this week, we have some packages up here to open up at the bunker. I'll show you that later. I got Eric some shirts. If you wanted them, heading back out to Demo HQ now. They are done with the garage door here. I can hit this?
Yep, big button on there. Garage door go down.
So quiet. Yeah, so really all you hear is just the rollers. You don't hear the motor at all. So this motor mounts to the wall right there. It The LiftMaster.
It is the LiftMaster 8900W. It is a Wi-Fi capability, small sleep, light duty commercial, perfect for this one. You can use it multiple times a day, shouldn't have any issues. It's got a power lock on there, if you heard that a second ago, as soon as the door...
Yeah, so it unlocked. We'll stop it, we'll go down, and this thing locks as soon as it gets down. That's cool.
That way it's nice and secure. Anybody could, come out here and try to break into the building or anything like that if it didn't have a lock or something like that.
Right.
It's got a manual release. The wall button right here is their smart wall button. Basically, it has a little LED display. That one, it does have features for MyQ to add more devices if you are in the house or something.
We got a thermometer on here too. We can tell it's 83 degrees in here. We need to get that AC running, Eric.
Yeah. Safety photo wise at the bottom of the door basically prevents anything from being in the way of the door and coming down on something that it's not supposed to. It also does have a cable tension monitor, which is another safety backup in case there is something that does not get hit on those.
Right.
So, other than that, I mean, it is very, very low maintenance. You should never have to mess with the operator or mess with the door. And then go up and down. There is some things I want to point out on the door. As you can see, there's some red screws here at the bottom.
Yep.
That is where the door connects to the torsion line up at the top. There is a torsion spring that counterbalances the door. The motor's not lifting the sheer weight of the door. It's counterbalancing the weight of the door with the springs up top. It's very important that you do not ever touch anything that's painted red on the door as far as the screws, if there's a red warning tag.
That means don't do it. Stop.
Very dangerous. As you can see, the spring has a big old warning tag on that as well.
Yep.
Do not touch it. And if you can zoom in on those set screws on that into that spring, they're painted red too.
Gotcha.
So all the set screws are always going to be painted red.
I see what you're talking about.
If you can see, there is the cable that runs down on that door right there, which is lifts the door. Basically, it's connected to the back.
Oh, that's a wire. Where is it? Oh, I see it. Yeah. Cable's right there. Yep.
See, we did get it as high, close to the ceiling
Yeah,
as
that's
possible.
great.
It is dictated by the lower side of the building, so obviously this side is a little bit bigger of a gap than that side. But we get it as close as you can to it, so that way, whatever you want to bring in here, man, you're not gonna have to worry about hitting the track or hitting the building or anything like that. So.
Yeah, that thing's awesome. And this will be tucked up out of the way later. We have a plug right there that it's gonna go into. Right now it's just plugged into a plug on the outside, so that'll look a lot cleaner once we get all finished. But man, it looks great.
No problem.
Where can they find you?
We are Tech Store LTD in San Antonio, Texas. Any commercial service work or anything like that, we do wholesale doors as well. So anything service, door parts. We do sell gate operator parts as well. We don't work on that stuff in-house, but we have plenty of supplies and plenty of inventory to choose from. Overhead door, residential, commercial, everything.
Sweet. Thanks, Noel. I will link you guys in the description below. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Around back now, and this thing is all done, right?
Yep, all done.
So we have our gauge on here, and this shows us the actual level of the water. So it is sitting right there. So probably at about 850.
Yes, right now.
Yeah, about 850 gallons in there. And then it is hooked up to our power here. So he dropped the submersible pump in the tank, hooked up to our power. And is it on?
Yes, it is.
Look at this. Ready for this? Yeah! So that is rainwater that we collected off the roof. And then the pump is powered by our solar system here. So totally green collection and water. That's super cool. And so tell me, it takes about, what did you say, 3.5 inches of rain on this roof to completely fill this tank?
That's correct.
Based on the math. So we get about 3.5 inches of rain, which we got that like in one day last week. It'll completely fill up this tank. The reason it's not full now is because we had, it just wasn't all hooked up right. So now it is all ready to go. We got our downspout on here, so it will not empty until it gets all the way up to there, and then it overflows there out of the downspout and runs out of our little flapper over here. Keep our mice from going up in there. Looks good, man. Yeah, well, thank you. And we're gonna be hopefully using this thing a lot for water inside. We'll get a sink in there, and then cleaning stuff up using our hose bib out here. Be good to go. They also just finished all the metal under this front porch. So the drill they were using for that, the water pump out there, and the power for this garage door here is all running off of our solar, and we're still 100% full. Sweet! I have no idea what it's gonna be like when we get something that really sucks power. Like, I mean, we're gonna get it lights, those don't suck a ton, but the AC, the air conditioner, is going to use a lot of electricity. So we're gonna see how this solar system does with the electricity usage from something bigger like that. Time will tell. What's next, Eric?
So we're done with all this out here. The door's in. So next, we're gonna do the trim inside. All the wood trim. We're gonna paint it. We're also gonna do the floors, and
We're just staining concrete, right?
well,
Are we not staining? We're just
already
finishing
dyed
it,
the
right?
concrete.
That's
We're
right.
just
Yeah.
gonna put, clear.
Just a sealer.
Just a sealer. But man, we're getting close.
Yep. So you still need trim here. This red metal and this wood will not be exposed when we're
Correct.
done.
So we ordered a special trim that's gonna like this. It's gonna go all the way to here. So when it's all said and done, it'll look like this all the way through. And then we're also gonna have some weather stripping here that we haven't put in yet because we don't have this trim. But all this is gonna be perfectly.
So that'll seal really nice. And this is an insulated door. So
correct. Insulated door. We're gonna seal it as good as we can. So yeah,
coming together.
coming together, man.
Soon we'll be back out here, pretty close to being done with the demo HQ. You don't have to see this guy's ugly face on this channel for that much longer. At the crack house now, we're gonna keep calling it that, even though it's a really nice house now, just because it's just got such a ring to it. Now that's just what we've always called. Like when Mary and I talk about it, even off camera, like I'll say like, I gotta go run by the crack house today. She's like, okay. Like it's just not a weird thing for us anymore. This is Earl. This is my dump trailer. Decided we should bring both of them because I'm gonna do a little work on the crack house today to get it ready to sell. I need to make it nice. There's some things that just need a little bit of cleaning up and some big things too. In the backyard, this fence just looks junky. It's not like terrible. It's not good. It's also not terrible, but like, all right, that's better than I thought it would be. Some of them, especially over this way, I mean, you could tell that's just falling over and these boards are just trashed. I was going to just tear the whole fence out and replace it. Now I'm like considering, nah, it needs to come out for sure. There's fleas in the backyard, and I should have known. Okay, I brought bug spray, so they're all over me. I gotta get bug spray. No clue if bug spray, like mosquito spray, actually works for fleas. But I figure it can't help. Like, they probably don't like it, right? Yeah, all right. This whole fence on the back, I'm gonna try to rip it out. I don't really have anything big for pulling out, like posts out of concrete, so I'll at least get the fence all down today, hopefully. I brought crowbars and hammers in case it was nailed in. I brought a drill in case it was screwed in, and I brought an electric chainsaw in case those didn't work. Looks like we got nails. Good, that'll be easy. Okay, Demolitia, this is Dry Matt signing off. Sweaty Matt will be here shortly. Haha, done with everything I wanted to get done today. That dump trailer, so handy. Like, if this was on a flatbed, I'd have to like tie stuff down. Dump trailer, nope, you just chunk it in there, good to go. Okay, there's still a lot to do back here, but there's nothing else that I'm gonna do right now. Let me show you what I'm talking about. While these things are all leaning over, they're buried in concrete down there and they're still fairly stuck in. I pulled out a few that were totally rotten and just broke off. Yeah, all these that are right here, stuck in concrete. I need a buddy to help me pull those out. So we'll come back here on another day with a buddy, or maybe this land I'm on right here is not my property. That's my property line. This is someone else's, but I don't think anyone lives in that house because there's a for sale sign there too. So we could drive a truck around here and use a truck to just rip these things right out of the ground. Probably will do that later, but got it all cleared out, all the fence right here. It's a nice fence on that side of the yard. Very nice over there. That over there is nice as well. I'm debating on if I should fix up this fence right here because it's not bad. Like it honestly just needs some boards. Like that needs to be hooked back, screwed in, that'll stay. A board there. It's got a little tilt here, but then the rest of it is pretty straight. That's not bad. The only reason I would fix it is because this part is the part that faces the front, and it does look weathered. It's nice. I mean, all the boards are there. It's not rotten, but it faces the front. I think I'm thinking too much about it though. This is not like a bazillion-dollar house, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a nice little 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in the center of town, so it just needs to look nice. So I tore out the old bad fence. I think I'll just replace the bad boards on this fence over here and call it good. Rental houses, am I right? So if you're interested in doing something like this, having a rental property, I say go for it. Do some research because you have to like doing stuff like this, getting your hands dirty, cleaning up other people's junk. Now, fortunately for us, this house and our other house, no one left any junk, but we have to clean up just stuff, and this is normal maintenance stuff. This fence actually, Meredith and I considered fixing it 2 years ago when we first did the whole renovation of this house, but it was like good enough that we were like, let's just wait. Maybe in a couple years that'll need to be fixed. Yep, it did. But I mean, we got a couple more years out of the fence, which is good, and you get to make those decisions as a landowner, as a rental property owner. Like, where is your money and time most valuable? Like this fence is the same deal. We'll replace a couple of the bad boards, and it'll buy us a couple more years on the whole fence, and then later, you know, we'll be like, yeah, it needs to all be redone. We'll come redo it all. No big deal. Also, that's a 4x4. Looks good so far until you get to right here. Oh, yeah, just the bottom of the 4x4 is just totally rotted out. Just water sitting down there. I don't know if you can see that. That needs a little bit of work. So if you have stuff like that in your own house that you're not even fixing, probably don't take on another project. I like stuff like this. This sounds dumb, but when I work on this house, I feel like I'm fixing up a little piece of this neighborhood and like a little piece of my community. I feel like we did a good thing by fixing up this house, by buying it, fixing it up. It makes me feel good. That motivates me to want to come do this. So not only financially our rent house is good, but also they're fun. They're fun for me. If you like this kind of stuff, it's fun. I can see that if you didn't, you would hate it. If you hated like working and doing handyman stuff, don't buy a rent house, ever. But if you like that kind of stuff like I do, buy it and try it. And do research before you do. Read some books on being a landlord. Read some info on the internet about your area, what kind of houses rent out in your specific area, and then go for it. Now, I need to take this trailer and go dump all that wood. Luckily, I have a dumpster up at the mansion because we have another project going over there. I'm sure most of you know that. So I can go take all this and dump it. So I'm out. Demolition, gonna go throw all that away. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and working on the old crack house today. I appreciate your help. Thanks for watching Off the Ranch. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Oh.
Hey, what camera is that? Number...
Shut up! Don't tell Mare. Oh, by the way, just for those who are interested, bug spray, mosquito spray, it does seem to work with fleas. I did not ever find any more fleas on me, see them or feel them, so I think we're good, just for your information. It also does not work for sticker burrs though. Those don't care about it.